Oh, we'd be under 2 hours too, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Friday night. You know what that means. Time with number one sports podcast in the world. Time with Sports4U. Live on YouTube. I'm John. That's Mark. Experience on the way. Live on the TV screens with mobile devices. Laptop, desktop, YouTube, and Facebook. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube Sports Podcast. Like us on Sports4U Podcast. Also, follow me and John Watson. We're on Instagram. Mark on Instagram. Mark on X. Instagram. I'm not sure about definitely talk NBA, something NFL. And on this Friday night, last Friday before March Matt.
Make sure it's running.
Yeah, that's for handed. Is it scored? Yeah, good free throw. That's really how they literally have nobody. Like out there in Denver playing the Nuggets. No Jared Vanderbilt. No Jackson Hayes. They're shorthanded, so you're seeing this game is pretty much gonna be the Austin Reeves, Bronny, Dalton Connect game.
You can take Bronny out.
Well, Bronny just got there from he's been in
Alex Lynn was wide open, sir.
That's the reason for that. Shea Milton. Wow. So that's it. Yeah, Tig said Vando's playing. So what up, Bella? What up, Sam? But yeah, let's start a little NFL news, and then we'll make our way back to the NBA. Breaking news of the day, obviously, is in the NFC West. And that is right here, and that is that Cooper Cup.
That's the breaking news?
Well, it's big so far free agency because we still don't know what's going on with these quarterbacks. Okay. But Cooper Cup. You good?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. But Cooper Cup, he's agreed to sign a deal with the Seattle Seahawks. 3-year deal, 45 million is involved. But obviously, this is not a surprise here. He's from the Washington area. He went to college in Washington, and he gets to stay in that. And he stays now in the NFC West, where he'll face the Rams twice a year now. You know, who knew that Super Cup was going to be a polarizing topic the other day? But on last show, Tig said Ronnie, by the way, has 5 points. Well, you might get a career high tonight.
There is a career high in it.
I don't know if they count their G League.
I don't think they count G League stats with NBA stats.
No.
All right, sorry guys, I'm ready. I'm here. My bad, John.
Yeah, so we're here. So now Cooper Kupp goes to Washington. He scores back in his home state, and obviously now he goes from having Matthew Stafford as a quarterback to having Sam Darnold. Talk about the downgrade. Really not much to talk about here, but Mark, what you think? Cooper, that 5 is definitely an NBA high.
I mean, if the money right is good for him, I think it could have been better teams that could have actually used him like in a winning situation. But like you said, he's going back home, so I'm pretty sure he's excited about that. He get to play in front of his hometown. Cooper Kupp should have went to Buffalo. No, he shouldn't have. You got to feel drug tested to Buffalo.
We'll definitely talk about that. Seahawks still getting everyone. Well, I don't know if they're getting everyone, but
I would say Kansas City. I say Kansas City could have used them.
yeah, I'm really shocked.
You know, he would have been good. I think he'd have been good with Detroit too.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked he didn't want to go. He didn't go back there. Reunite with Jared Goff.
Yeah.
And obviously try to get it. And obviously you have that. They already had that connection from his time with the Rams, but I guess staying in the division, being in his home state was more of a priority, and probably this is probably the best deal he was going to get money wise on the market.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
no, they just signed the old receiver.
Yeah, Baltimore. No, they just signed DeAndre Hopkins. I am kind of shocked Kansas City didn't go after him, but
I'm not.
But again,
I think it's another receiver they about to go after, who also has something to do with Seattle.
Oh, Tyler Lockett?
Yep.
Oh, I can see that.
Yep.
They have no more. There's no more wide receivers. There were no more really, obviously, wide receivers in Seattle besides Jackson Smith and Jigba. And now they want him. They drafted him to eventually be the one. So now he'll get his chance to be that number one. Be the number one now with DK Metcalf going, with Tyron Lockett going. He's now the man. Yeah, so best of luck to Cooper Kupp on that. We're still waiting on what's going on with these quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers, we still haven't heard nothing from him, but we know there's 3 teams who are probably in the market for him. First is the Giants, which I think of Aaron Rodgers and Big Blue.
I don't think it's gonna happen. Everything's not set up perfectly there for him. There's one team that everything is set up perfectly for, but it's not the Giants.
Let's go to another team. That is a team that everyone's been pretty much linking him to. Pause. And that is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I think that'd be a good fit, on paper, but I think all it takes is one of them passive aggressive Aaron Rodgers post game interviews for George Pickens and DK Metcalf to start tuning him out.
And then the one that everyone is added to the list, which is interesting in its own right for multiple reasons, and that is the Minnesota Vikings.
John, you said just added?
Well,
I've been saying he was going to Minnesota since last year.
Well, it's picking up steam.
That's where he's going.
And we haven't heard anything. I think there was a picture of Aaron Rodgers walking on some beach in Australia. Oh, but who cares? Mike Patton said, "I just puked seeing him in that black and yellow, and that black." Well, yeah, this is a picture that made Mike, our boy Mike.
So you can put it back up there again.
Sorry, Mike. Go ahead and follow that Brett Favre career arc. He's doing it already.
That's what I think he's gonna do.
I mean, as much as he want to talk about Brett Favre, whatever, that's it.
All thing you gotta do is send news to some random employee.
He's more into the Hollywood
into the
star.
man.
No, I would say Hollywood starlet type, but that's what. That's not my place to say. Well, so yeah, that, and then there's also Russell Wilson, and obviously he was the current Steelers quarterback, but now Justin Fields has gone to the Jets, and he's met with 2 teams. First, there was the Browns. He met with them Thursday. He already played like ass for the Jets. That's why that was like showing, hey, yo, Mike. And then Russell Wilson met with the Browns yesterday, so I don't know where this is going. But, and then there's the other New York team, like Aaron Rodgers, the Giants. Where do we see Russell Wilson landing?
Back in Pittsburgh.
I would think. I'm really trying to understand how this isn't happening yet, but what do I know? I'm just a fan. So, but that's not the only drama in the NFL. I wish Cody was here because he had this for calling out names about. I definitely want to talk about it because this is just comedy. The Cowboys are always the gift that keeps on giving, and they've proven that once again.
Wait, before we go there,
yes,
there's one quarterback we keep missing, and I think he's I think he's a quarterback that needs all the love, and we need to protect him at all costs, which is Jameis Winston.
That's right. He is still free agent.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk to that. Maybe Jameis might go back to Cleveland, or does he go someplace? I mean, the 49ers was an option, but now they signed Mac Jones.
I think he's gonna be a back. It's a joke that's being said that the Giants don't like black quarterbacks.
Well, they have Tyrod Taylor.
I think they're going to have 2 black quarterbacks next year. I think they're going to have Cam Ward, and I think they're going to have Jameis.
Yeah. But, yeah. But speaking of the team that has a black quarterback, the Dallas Cowboys.
The black?
Well, he sounds black.
You like Mariah Carey black?
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about it. That's when we're going to get there. Mike Patton said the Browns and Giants visits. He ain't coming to Tennessee because they signed Brandon Allen for who? For what? Yeah, they didn't sign Brandon Allen. I don't understand what's going on in Cashville unless they go on number 1 quarterback and number 1. Things are setting up for Cam Ward to come to Tennessee, actually. Okay. Boy, Matt Patton, of course, follow him at touring the AFC South.
Hey, Mike, I thought it was Mayo Boy. Will Levis.
Mayo Boy is wild. It's a wild thing to say.
My bad.
That's funny. Well, he is in the Mayo, which is crazy.
Maybe he can.
My thing is, we've heard that about Will Levis, but maybe that's why they signed him. By the way, the Steelers did actually sign a quarterback.
What they signed?
They brought back Mason. No, he was a free agent. They brought him back as a free agent.
Where Pickett go?
He's with the Browns.
Oh, okay.
They traded him to the Browns for Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Damn, they traded sports. Oh, that's crazy.
I mean, there's so many Dorians. I mean, how many Dorians in the sport? Levis would be lucky to be the backup. Right there. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to this next story, and that is involving the team that claims to be a team formerly known as America's team, or they want to be still America's team. I don't know what they're doing. But the Dallas Cowboys, who had a real quiet offseason, and they got some drama. So DeMarcus Lawrence, who's been there all 12 years, captain, defensive lineman, Pro Bowler, he signed this past offseason, this week with the Seattle Seahawks for 3 years, $42 million. And he had this to say while he was being interviewed for Seahawks.
Dallas is my home. I made my home there. My family lives there. I'm forever going to be there. But, I know for sure I'm not going to win a Super Bowl there. So, yeah. We here.
We're here. DeMarcus Lawrence, welcome to the Seahawks. Thanks for joining us.
Talk about mic drop. D-Law was right. He said when he said Mike would be on Twitter arguing more than he showed right on the field. And that's where we want to go. So Michael Parsons saw that clip that went viral on social media last night and tweeted this. This is what rejection looks like. This is some clown shit. DeMarcus Lawrence then responded. Calling me a clown won't change the fact that I told the truth. Maybe if you spent less time tweeting and more time winning, I wouldn't have left. What up, Christy?
HR in the building, you hurt? What up with it?
I'm just let that sit there. Yeah. All right, man. I am completely siding with DeMarcus Lawrence.
100% with DeMarcus Lawrence.
And this is pretty much, and we get there. Yeah, Mike didn't mean to get out his feelings. But no, I'm siding with DeMarcus Lawrence because he's right. I mean, Seattle ain't win neither. He clearly, that was just a cash grab. He's in his 12th year. It's not gonna be another $42 million sitting out there for a defensive tackle in his 12th year. So
that's a fact.
So I don't blame him from just going to get one last payday. He's probably content with the fact that he's not going to get another. He's not going to probably win a Super Bowl because he's definitely not winning one in Seattle. Yeah, he does. Well, they have more of a chance, but that's not saying much about the Seahawks or the Cowboys, though.
Who got more of a chance?
Mike says Seattle has.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's not saying much about it, but yeah, you're right there. This is the problem, Cowboys. They don't keep the main thing the main thing. They're focused on everything that's not football. Michael Parsons, and I heard Marcus Spears say this on First Take. This isn't a surprise because it seemed to be that him and DeMarcus Lawrence didn't have the best relationship because Michael Parsons was always chirping. And speaking of talking, we welcome to the show the great Nick Freeze. Nick, what up?
What up, my brothers?
We talk about DeMarcus Lawrence and this Michael Parsons novella. I'm gonna play it again. Let's hear the clip. This was DeMarcus Lawrence being interviewed by the Seahawks social media team yesterday after.
Dallas is my home. I made my home there. My family lives there. I'm forever gonna be there. But I know for sure I'm not gonna win a Super Bowl there. So yeah. We here.
We're here. DeMarcus Lawrence, welcome to the Seahawks. Thanks for joining us.
And then your boy Michael Parsons goes on Twitter, Nick, and he goes, he says, that's wrong tweet. Oh, that's what calling out names.
Is that Stephen A. Smith?
No.
Relax, fam.
This is what rejection looks like. This is what rejection and envy looks like. This some clown shit, as Michael Parsons quote tweeted the video. And then DeMarcus Lawrence responds, calling me a clown won't change the fact I told the truth. Maybe if you spend less time tweeting and more time winning, I wouldn't have left.
Hey.
And I was just saying,
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not either. I think DeMarcus Lawrence is right. The Cowboys are more focused on everything else that's not football. I'm not knocking Michael Parsons around the podcast.
No.
You guys get a today thanks to Myles Garrett now. But let's be clear. You're the one that said that it didn't matter that Mike McCarthy could leave. You were more focused about the guys in the locker room. Well, clearly DeMarcus Lawrence wasn't one of them, because Marcus Spears said if you're in the Dallas area, they didn't have the best relationship because it seemed like Michael Parsons was too busy acting like you don't stink.
Yeah.
Not being culpable. And focus on
yeah. When I used to play football, my coach had a saying of don't read your own press clippings. And it's basically what you just said, John. You act like your shit don't stink. Like, nigga, don't just think because people are praising you, but like you're above everybody. We know that you're a rare talent in the league. You're a guy that that can rush the passer. You can cover. You know, you got 4.3, 4.4 speed, which is unheard of for a guy that does the shit that you do. You can cover receivers. We understand all that. But it always seems like it's some extracurricular going on with you. And even beforehand, like you've said stuff about the Cowboys organization beforehand, because you've always been extremely vocal about you growing up an Eagles fan. Something that pretty much every player in the league, I want to say about 95% of the people throughout their careers who grew up football fans don't end up playing for the teams they rooted for when they were younger. You know, so it's just like, dog, like, why are you consistently doing, especially when you're on the team that is the rival of this team? And it did seem like it didn't seem like you were really a team player at times. Because other people, even the whole Dak Prescott situation beforehand, you've had other situations beforehand with your teammates. This ain't DeMarcus Lawrence isn't the first one. And what DeMarcus Lawrence said was true. He wasn't going to win nothing in Dallas. He's probably not going to win in Seattle either. But he has a better chance over there. He definitely has a better chance of winning anything in Seattle than he does in Dallas.
And I'm just saying, and I'm handing this conversation over to Mark.
Crazy pause.
I know why he took the Seattle. I said the conversation. I didn't say. So I had to make sure I said something correct. Anyway,
Freakier Friday.
Went to another team. You already know. He could have easily went to another team and for a lesser deal and try to compete for a ring. But he wanted to get one more payday. And I'm not mad at that. Michael Parsons, you're about to get a massive payday. And nobody's going to stop that. You need to be thanking Myles Garrett and Max Crosby for getting paid before you, because now you get to reset the market. But
is Dallas going to be the one to pay him?
See, what are you making the Cowboys?
That's exactly what it is. Is the Cowboys being the Cowboys, dog. I'm not mad at DeMarcus Lawrence. DeMarcus Lawrence is right, 100% right. And what I don't like, and as much as how much I love Michael Parsons as a player, dog, what DeMarcus Lawrence said at the Seattle press, what's that going to do with you? Nothing at all. You just insert yourself into some other people that had nothing to do with you, like Rashad McCoy. Never mind.
That nigga said. That nigga said, I know what it's like to be the 15th man on the bench. Nigga, no, you don't. like, hold up, nigga. I'm old enough to remember you playing basketball. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
So every night now, here comes Sam. Fan people want him in Chicago. What? And here comes Sam. If he comes in, everyone want him on the Rams.
Shit.
He knows.
He can go to the Raiders too. He can go to the Bills. He can go any damn team he wants to. Everybody going to send Michael Parsons.
Everybody would trade for Michael Parsons. Let's not be. Man, I'm not delusional. Everybody gonna trade for Michael Parsons. But we all know Jerry gonna drag this out to the last minute, and then he gonna end up paying the dude.
Yep.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Would you trade Russo for Parsons? Russo.
Oh, Gregory Russo.
Oh, Gregory, hell yeah.
Bye.
Nigga.
Bye.
Nigga.
Bye.
In a heartbeat.
Yes.
Hey, nigga, see what a first round pick too? Here.
Yes.
Hey, you want Ed Oliver? Here you go. You can have him too.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you want Nick Benito? You want this lineman? Yeah. Bye. Going. You got him.
Nigga, so you want 2 first rounders?
He has that talent, but let's be clear. He can't get mad at the market.
And James Cook.
Yeah. Out of here.
Sam says Bengals trying to re-up Chase and Higgins at the same time. I saw that. They're
idiots. They are idiots.
They're going to try to play both of them at the same time.
It's fucking stupid.
What?
They're stupid. Because it should have been done about 2 years ago.
Cincinnati is dumb, bro. I think Cincinnati be having the same kind of back and forth that K nigga and T nigga be having.
Yo, you all right? Yo, you good?
You got the Carly Town syndrome.
Yeah, yo, you good?
Yeah.
Yo, this is wild over here.
They down to fight about it.
Yo, this is wild. That's yo, these are wild. They're gonna be deep. Yo, Nick, you gotta relax. Adam Jerry Jones because Mike just called Jerry Jones a madam.
That's like being called a Jezebel.
Because giving himself tariffs, waiting to pay people, he ends up paying them more than he would have had he extended the players earlier. Pause. Yo, I don't know if you call Jerry Jones a madam, but that's mad funny.
Hey, you know what's funny?
Yeah, the Bengals. Yeah, like Moore said, this was done last year. This was done way last year. But
yeah, that's stupid.
You have your own. They've never had a GM. Mike Brown has been making all the decisions. He has a player personnel guy running the front office. That ain't a front office, bro.
That's why they can't keep nobody.
Having a
Again, if I'm Cincinnati, I'm calling Minnesota. Y'all know why.
No,
yep. In a heartbeat.
That ain't gonna happen.
That's because they're stupid.
If they're trying to get Aaron Rodgers, they're not trading Justin Jefferson. And I don't think they're doing it because they'd rather have him over JJ McCarthy. I mean, the Vikings they're good. They're all right. We clearly seen that Sam Darnold was literally a product of KOC's coaching.
They are high on JJ McCarthy.
Very high. I don't know if it's high in a good way or high in a bad way, but they are high on JJ McCarthy. What up, Chosen League?
I'm gonna find out eventually because I for sure don't see it.
Go ahead, Nick.
I for sure don't see it, but maybe I'll see it eventually. Because I don't see it.
Look,
but I ain't got a problem with admitting I'm wrong though.
But right. How do you feel about Adams with the Rams? It was the right move. It was a good move. It's only on a 1-year deal, so I mean,
I thought it was a 2.
It's a 1-year deal. Well, it's a 2-year deal, but it's 26 guaranteed, and most of that 20 is guaranteed this year.
Oh yeah, he got to have 1 year.
It's a 1-year deal because they're going to end up releasing him next year.
Yeah, so it's really a 1-year deal.
Unless he come out and unless he have a great year this year, they go release him next year.
He's gonna have a great year over there.
It's pretty much a true deal. Yeah, Adams about to put in work in that system in LA. Well, yeah, he's probably. I mean, honest, outside of Odell, this is going to be the best receiver in the McVay system. Having Odell before he tore his ACL in the Super Bowl,
he was about Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah,
he sure was. Them niggas cannot guard him.
I had to catch myself. I was trying to catch myself because I was about to make an Odell.
Whoa! Wait!
Yeah.
Wait! You trying to catch yourself? Ain't that what you supposed to do?
Yo, you all right now?
No, you're supposed to get how to catch it for you.
Oh, that's
John, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Come on, Sound Stadium.
Catch on the face.
Oh. See? I want to see. Glad I wasn't the only one that was. I thought it under my breath. He thought it out loud. Happy Friday, everybody.
How you doing?
Hey, yo! Yo, you good?
You just said,
John, are you good?
Yeah.
Damn, John, you all right?
Make sure this dude. Yeah,
that was hate,
bro. What? No,
What up, Blake?
Hilarious, to be honest. But Mike says Devontae has had some of the craziest releases in the
Whoa.
in the NFL.
Whoa.
He uses cross over with no contact
Whoa.
just to get over.
Whoa.
I miss your guys' third.
Yo, that is crazy.
That's a wild statement on a Friday.
Now you good?
Being two guys third.
Wait, is that a threesome? Is that a threesome?
Her words, not ours.
Nah, player.
Yeah.
No. Mark, this nigga's a sicko.
What?
This nigga's a no.
Invite her to be no.
This nigga.
Y'all.
Oh, well, you wanted to. Never mind. Nope.
Oh,
Never mind.
I'm the sick freak. Okay.
No hands really said the same, Ted.
No hands.
What are you doing?
That's a goat. Wait, what happened?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that?
And the both of y'all. The both of y'all. Y'all good?
Respect, man.
What? Wait, what? Oh, I made my fault. That was accidental hate. That was for sure accidental hate.
I want to talk about it. Let's talk about another NFL team that's been making a lot of moves, bros. I got two clips I want to play, but I want to talk. But let's stay on the free agency front. No, we're not with the Patriots. We see all these moves that the Niners made. Pretty much have to get under the cap. And then people go like, obviously they let Hufanga and Greenlaw come to my Broncos. I think Javon Hargrave is now in Minnesota. Obviously they released Kyle Juszczyk. They traded. Obviously we know they traded Deebo. They're still talking about them possibly going to trade Brandon Ayuk. And Ryan Clark said the other day on I think it was on First Take. Why not just gut this clip was from Get Up. Why not just gut the whole team instead of run CMC? Trade CMC.
I would absolutely trade Christian McCaffrey, and I would try to get as much as I could possibly get for him. When you look at what Kyle Shanahan has been able to do, it's run the football. And I know we thought last year they missed some of the things with the versatility of Christian McCaffrey, but when you trade Juszczyk, you let some of that versatility go. You let some of the things you can do formationally go. And so why not change your entire philosophy from thinking about Christian McCaffrey as this Swiss Army knife, getting pieces for him and allowing guys like Ricky Pearsall to touch the football more with running the football and doing different things on quick screens, adding other players based on the assets that you can get for them. Also understanding you're looking for more available players than Christian McCaffrey was last year. You had a good stretch with him. You took your run at the Super Bowl. You didn't get it. If you're going to rebuild completely. What do
you think? There we go.
Hey, that nigga ain't lying.
Should the 49ers, yeah, that's crazy. That's it. You and like dude from St. Louis show. RP Dave.
RP. I was about to say RP.
No.
Mirror on the wall.
I was listening to the Daylight Show the other day. Well, listening to Daylight the other day. Shout out to him. What y'all think? Mark? Trade Christian McCaffrey?
He's not completely wrong. If it's one thing that y'all know about 49ers offense, and we all seen it, Nick, you spoke about it, John, we've all spoke about it, is they put different running backs in that system, and many running backs have been successful.
Agree.
So I'm of the ilk of trading a player while he still has value, so you can get the most value for him.
Yeah. Look, I caught this like 2 years ago. I was like, it's gonna get to a point where the 49ers are going to eventually pay pay Purdy, and they're not going to be able to afford everybody. The reason why I knew that for sure, funny thing, video games are funny because they make you put things in different perspective. if you played Madden from like last year, when it was this time, when it came around for free agency, the same people who are not on the 49ers now, they 9 out of 10 left on the video game. Off the simple fact of the cap space and how much money. They had too many people who were getting paid top 5 at their position. It was too many. You can't afford everybody. And people are like, oh, the Eagles figured it out. I'm like, well, the Eagles don't have that many people that's top 5 at their position, but they have a nice amount of guys who are top 10. So it's a little bit cheaper to have these type of guys on their team, and they still haven't paid some of these guys that are young. So they're able to capitalize and pay and keep the guys that that's what happens in the draft well. You're able to do this, and if you let a guy leave, prime example how they let Josh Sweat leave. They traded away CJ Gardner. Who else? Somebody else left from over there. But they draft so well, and they already had guys. Darius Slay and Bradbury. They let them go, but like I said, they drafted so well at corner, they don't need those guys no more. You know, and the guy they drafted last year, he played pretty well too at corner. So they were set up. Yeah, they were set up like this. I mean, from 2 years ago. I forgot the guy what name was, but they were set up to be like, all right, we don't need Bradbury no more. He was already sorry, and we don't need to keep Slay no more. So we can get both of them up out of here, and it won't be no fall off. So it's like they're set up for success.
Niggas 100% right.
Yeah, if you're gonna do a rebuild, you can't. You go do a complete teardown, point blank.
Yeah.
You go if you're gonna rebuild, just go ahead.
Sam said, I agree. They low-key should have traded Cooper Kupp last year. I agree. That's the same thing we were selling. I don't know if John, but me and Nick was selling Kenzie in the group chat. They should have traded Bosa 2 years ago.
Yeah.
For sure.
Long their value's going to get decreased, especially in the case of Cooper Kupp. His injuries caught up to him, and like you guys. Tuesday. He's had injuries before Matthew Stafford. He's had injuries pre-Matthew Stafford, post-Matthew Stafford. Maybe tore his ACL the year they went to the Super Bowl the first time.
Yep.
He got hurt in the playoff game. I think in the playoff game against the Seahawks, against the Seahawks, and he wasn't able to play in the Green Bay game. He had the injuries. He's had the last 3 years post the Super Bowl win. He's been pretty banged up. Pause.
And I also think that whoever is trading for him probably should know they're getting an injury-riddled running back as well. So, you know, all that's going to take into consideration. I don't think 49ers will get more than a third-round pick for CMC at this moment.
You're definitely going to get. You're not getting a second-round pick
because you get them off your books. You know what I'm
saying?
No.
Somebody eat that contract.
If you're gonna tear it down, obviously and if you're gonna pay Brock Purdy, go ahead and do it now.
And if the 49ers do it, they really tear down everybody. Send Bosa with his brother to Buffalo. They got a cousin that played for Buffalo. See, a lot of people didn't know that. Yep.
He racist too?
Joey signed with Buffalo. He was in Santa Clara and called his cousin who plays for the Bills. No, he's not racist too.
Okay.
All right. That was the only thing that Ryan Clark on his while he was down at the ESPN Studios Wednesday. So he went on First Take, and obviously the discussion about Shedeur Sanders' draft stock. And here's what Ryan Clark had to say about why he feels Shedeur Sanders' draft stock is stock. Right. You good?
Okay.
Is stock is
but we
falling.
all know that they plant these certain reports or they say these certain things, and you do hear the word arrogant. Why is he arrogant? because he won't walk into the meeting and bend the knee, or he won't sit in the meeting and question himself or his abilities or his knowledge and experience in the game. I don't believe that that's arrogance. I want a quarterback that's self-assured. I want a quarterback that could cut the film on, and when you ask him a question about why did you make this mistake, or why did you make this throw, or why was this the right read, I want him to be able to regurgitate that to me like he's in the play at the moment, the same way a coach or an offense coordinator would, because that's what he's going to have to do. And I've had conversations with Shedeur Sanders, and he can do that. We all know that it's not just about him being Deion Sanders' son. It's about the bravado he carries. It's about the fact that he looks a certain way. It is about the fact that the color of his skin sometimes at that position can be questioned. And I believe Shedeur Sanders is going to have to deal with that until he gets on the field. Now,
so basically, I don't know did I miss the part, but he's basically saying he thinks a lot of his draft stock is falling because he's black.
Mm-hmm.
Who want to go first? What up, Kenzie?
I don't think it's fall. I don't even think his stock is falling.
I don't either.
I don't think that he was a higher rated quarterback than Cam Ward. I don't think that he was higher than Abdul Carter. I don't think he was going to be higher than Travis Hunter. I don't think he was going to be higher than Will Campbell. I don't think he'll be higher than a lot of these other a lot of these other players. I think the one team that probably is going to fall off of him, and I think is Knicks Raiders. And I think that's because they have a game plan going into this draft, and it's not to draft a first-round quarterback.
Yep.
Go ahead, Nick.
And it was very clear when we signed Geno. We made the trade for him. It was very clear where we were going. Ryan Clark is not he's not wrong with what he's saying, but he didn't go all the way there like he should, because it's not the fact that he's black and all that. It is, but it's just a little bit deeper than that. This is the first time that these executives have to deal with a minority quarterback who doesn't need the money. He don't have to necessarily follow by. He doesn't have the typical, I'm in the league to try to get my mom or out the hood and all this other little stuff. He doesn't have that story. He's doing this because he's good at it and he enjoys it. So he goes about it differently. He doesn't have to fall. He doesn't have to fall in line the way a guy that's grown up that came from the projects try and go with these executives and be like, try to follow some rules. Because I need to make sure I'm drafted high. The higher I am, the more money I get, so I can help out the family. He doesn't have to abide by those, and they don't know how to go about that. Because they're very disrespectful towards these with some of these questions to try and get reactions out of these kids, and they do it on purpose. And that shit don't work on him. The tactics they usually use do not work against him, and they don't know how to react to it. And they try to be like, oh, he's arrogant, he's this and that. That shit ain't gonna work. Because of this attitude, man, please. If you're good, you're good, dog. Nobody cares about attitude in the long run.
It's line season. Mm-hmm. Do I believe some of these GMs feel this way about Shedeur Sanders? Yes. Do I believe all these GMs feel this way about Shedeur Sanders? No. Do I believe they're doing this because they're hoping that he falls past number 2? Absolutely. This happens every year with quarterbacks. No matter how good the quarterback draft is or how bad the quarterback draft is. You're going to have these anonymous executives and scouts saying this, saying that, all because they want that player to slide to their team or be in a position where they can trade up for them. That's all this is. That's all this is. Period. So yeah, that's all these teams are trying to do is get their way to try to draft Shedeur Sanders. And look, me and Nick talked about this weeks ago. There's no way he falls past 7.
I don't know no more.
Now I think he probably looking like Cam Ward to me.
John,
I think he is going to fall past 7 because I don't think Cam Ward.
Yeah. No, it's no. I don't think the Jets are going to draft him anyways. I think they cool with Justin Fields.
And I was talking to Sean about this. That's my question. You just signed Justin Fields.
They're not drafting him.
The temptation would be there because it's the Jets.
They'll be stupid.
At number 8, Carolina doesn't need a quarterback.
And that's where the bidding war starts. Number 8 is where the bidding war starts. I'm telling you, if he's not drafted before the Raiders, because the Raiders aren't drafting him. Like if the Raiders draft him, I'll be very surprised. The Raiders aren't going to draft him, and I don't think the Jets are going to draft him because the Jets got Ohio State offense 2.0 up over there. So I don't think they're going to do that. So he falls right there to number 8. They're going to trade that pick. I don't know who they traded to, but they're going to get some. That's a piece. If I'm Carolina, I'm hoping that he falls to us because I'm trading that pick so fast. It's going to be ridiculous.
I think y'all trade your pick.
So here's how the top. Hold on. Go ahead.
I think the Raiders trade they pick with the Saints. They can move up and draft Shedeur. I don't think no other team is going to get Ashton Jeanty. Because I think y'all focus is still getting Ashton Jeanty at that first pick. The Saints got like what, the 8th pick, the 9th pick?
The Saints pick 9.
I think you can still get Ashton Jeanty number 9 and just get more picks.
So here we go. Obviously the Titans pick 1, Browns pick 2, Giants pick 3. So they don't need quarterbacks. Patriots don't need a quarterback at 4. Jacksonville's not going to trade. They're not out on Trevor Lawrence. Yes,
I think they might be.
No, they're not.
Jacksonville will get rid of Trevor Lawrence.
I think they
are.
I believe it when I see it. Right. I hear what you're saying, Mark. But Liam Cohen he's a McVay disciple. He wants to try to see if he can be the one to fix Trevor Lawrence the same way he fixed Jared Goff. Raiders at 6, we know now they got Geno, so they're good. The Jets got Justin Fields. And like Nick said, you got Carolina at 8, they got Bryce Young. The Saints got 9. They just did something where they restructured Derek Carr's contract where all his money is going, get all his money this year. And then you got the Bears at 10, and then the 49ers at 11, Cowboys 12, Dolphins 13, Colts 14, Falcons 15, Cardinals 16. Everybody else will need a quarterback after that. Because everybody else, Cardinals.
Who's the Packers running back? Oh yeah, they just signed somebody. I forgot. The Packers just signed the Cowboys. Yeah. No, relax.
They signed Javonte Williams and they signed Miles Sanders.
They're not drafting the running back.
Yeah, but only team that looks like they would need unless the Niners are going to pay Brock Purdy, but it looks like they're going to. The Bears, the Saints, are the only team in that top 12, that top half of the draft that really needs a quarterback.
That's interesting.
Well, I can't wait for next year's draft. Because next year's draft will be quarterback heavy.
Oh, bro, that's John Boy will be in the draft next year. Nico's available to lead.
Get the ball.
Nico, Arch Manning,
Oh, man.
Mark's boy. Well, he not your boy no more. But he, what's the nigga name? Carson Beck will be out next year.
Carson Beck.
Yep.
Carson Beck. And someone still
That's hate, John.
His girl.
No, I heard someone that stole his Lambo.
That's hate, Mark.
That's funny. All right, let's go. Let's move over to the NBA.
No, let's not.
Why?
Can we talk about Brandon Beane signing players who we know get suspended?
Go ahead. Just to do that. So,
Oh Lord.
So this news broke earlier today. So y'all know
Brandon Beane's an idiot.
Fan. In our group chat, there's a story that broke involving the Buffalo Bills. Of course, they made a couple moves this offseason.
And I've seen that earlier, way earlier this weekend. I've seen it earlier this morning.
So the Buffalo Bills this offseason signed both Michael Way from the Rams and then Larry Ogunjobi from the Browns. The Steelers. And it was announced today that both of them will be suspended for the first 6 games of the season due to PED violations, as Brandon Beane announced at the time of their signing. The Bills just signed both players to the agency. Beane says the Bills knew about Hoyt's suspension, but did not know about Ogunjobi.
He's fucking lying.
In fact, we won the regular season.
That nigga's lying.
Dog, he knew about both of them.
Why would he do that?
Dog, he knew about both of them.
Why would he do that?
So you gonna sign dudes that can't even have an impact until the second half of the season.
Hopefully
that's
they're able to stay healthy the first half. That's all we can hope.
He's not. I wish he would to help your team out, but history has shown he's not.
Oh, Kansas said, ain't Carson Beck like 30? No, he's literally at 23.
Yeah.
Maybe like crazy. Yeah, Mark, what's going on? What's going on in Orchard Park?
Brandon Beane. That's all I'm gonna say is Brandon Beane. Y'all know how I feel. Brandon Beane doing Brandon Beane things.
That nigga take some damn glasses off.
And it's crazy because Brandon Beane out in the comment section today. That's the crazy part.
That's funny.
That is funny. Or is that hate?
That's some bullshit.
That's funny. It's funny. It's hate and hilarious at the same time.
I honestly think that Brandon Beane knew about both players.
I agree.
Because there's no way in the world we just signed it yesterday and then they automatically start investigating in the offseason for nothing.
Yep. I absolutely agree.
He's dating one of them Cavaliers twins.
Carson Beck.
Excuse me?
No, she still plays for Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
she can get
that she left him because he didn't enter the draft.
Nah. He the reason why she's the reason why he went to Miami, pretty much.
Yeah.
Anyway, John, let's go to basketball.
All right, let's get to some NBA talk.
Stephen A. Smith.
Wait, didn't that nigga from USC transfer to Miami? Deuce?
Which one?
Did Deuce transfer over there?
McAllister?
Staley?
Deuce Staley, y'all. That's crazy.
Fuck Deuce Staley.
Jason Tatum's son, Deuce?
No, okay, y'all niggas funny.
All right. There's a new conspiracy theory out about LeBron James. That was
my Lord.
Courtesy of our own Nick. And people are really taking it and running with it. And I'm gonna let y'all hear the theory, and then we're gonna let you hear the biggest person who believes this whatever.
We have a new LeBron conspiracy. Is he faking injuries at the end of every season to rest before the playoffs? LeBron posted this story right before his injury, complaining about the difficulty of the exact stretch of games he's set to miss. And at ApexJones22 tweeted that there is no injury and that he does this every year. And 46,000 of you liked it. Probably because we all just saw LeBron mysteriously sit out of the All-Star game, despite not missing the Laker games right before it and after it, which could be its own conspiracy. So we have to look at his injury history. Last year he played 71 games and didn't miss any real stretch of time. 2023 though, he did miss 13 games in March but played every playoff game. 2022 is when the Lakers didn't make the playoffs, but LeBron did miss the end of that season, perhaps because there was no need to play. And then 2021, he went out in March and didn't come back until 2 games before the playoffs. I think that might be enough evidence for me to say.
So this theory that LeBron basically takes off in March so he can get ready for the playoffs. Let me stop. I hated that he saw the examples. Not all of that is personally true. March in 2020 was the pandemic. 2021, he got rolled up on by Solomon Hill. 22, he was trashed because we traded for Russell Westbrook. Last 23, he ended up almost tearing his Achilles, and we got to the conference finals. But you know who believes this crap? Chuck. Exactly.
Jared Greenberg, everybody, thank you so much. 6 games in 8 days, and LeBron not going on the trip.
I just hope they survive.
I sense sarcasm.
I guess it's because it was.
Why so much sarcasm for the Lakers?
No, man. No. They act like, listen, man. They're not flying commercial. They're not flying Southwest. Come on, man. They're playing. Wrong with Southwest. There's nothing wrong with Southwest.
But if you want to stop, NBA games,
come on, man. Stop it, man.
There's something wrong with you.
Come on, man.
Well, they do say that elevation can aggravate inflammation.
Stop it. He wasn't going to play anyway. LeBron's probably out for the rest of the season. I don't see him coming back. We don't have to ask his agent. And he stayed in New York because it was New York. He didn't want to go to Milwaukee because it's Milwaukee. That's why he flew back home. Stop it, man. These guys be juicing y'all up all the time. He stayed in New York because it was
with Milwaukee.
I didn't say no. He said he stayed in Milwaukee. He stayed in New York because that's New York. And he's like, well, I better go home because we fly to Milwaukee next. Stop it, man. Got nothing to do with elevation, all that other stuff. Come on, stop it, please.
If he wanted, maybe he could drive and he can go to CarMax. Never settle.
Listen, man, LeBron's going to get healthy for the playoffs. That's the best situation for the Lakers. But come on, stop acting like 6 games in 8 days. Come on, man, stop it. Every NBA team plays a lot of games. Stop it.
Let me go first.
Get off my lawn.
Chuck. Why? Why, Chuck? Why?
What up with it?
What up, G? By the way, it was Deuce Robinson who went from Florida State to USC, Nick.
Yeah, Florida State. Yeah.
Really? And by the way, LeBron isn't with the team. Him, Rui Hachimura, and Jackson Hayes flew back to LA. By the way, Bron's not even in LA. He's in Sacramento because Bryce is playing in the CIF playoff game tonight.
Oh, he being a dad.
Is that a crime?
Yes. Clearly, we just seen him being a dad as a crime. Pussy ass Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, okay. We'll get to that because I'm so tired of this story. But Chuck got chill. There ain't no conspiracy theory LeBron missing yet. If you look at the last 5 years, the Lakers needed him so they could barely get in the playoffs. The pandemic happened, nobody was playing. We got playing tournament in 2021, missed the playoffs in 22. He just pretty much sat out the rest of the year. 23, playing tournament. Last year, playing tournament. We're finally there. Come on now. Stop.
Stop. This is my thing with this. Is I'm all on board because I do think that LeBron takes time off.
He does
every year. It's not in March though.
No, it's
usually in January.
Yes, it's December and January.
January is when LeBron normally takes. Look at his whole career. At some point in January, he takes a week off, 2 weeks off. That's when it normally is. March is he's revving up for the playoffs. Dog. Charles Smith, God damn. You look like Charles. You acting like Charles. You act like Charles Smith was playing. But Charles Barkley George already don't fuck with you because of some shit you said before.
Mm-hmm.
You can stop killing Bron now for no reason. Like this media shit is crazy, dog. Y'all gotta stop, dog.
What's going on there? You ain't done with Bron. And then look, we gonna keep look. This is gonna be the last time we talk about the whole Stephen A. LeBron thing. Stephen A. went on his media tour.
No, hold on. Let Nick talk about Charles Barkley.
Oh no, go ahead, Nick. I'm about. Go ahead, Nick. What you make what Sir Chuckless say about LeBron?
Did you call him Chuckless?
Oh,
you call him Chickless?
No, I said Chuckless. I ain't just on Latino listeners. I said Chuckless.
Chicklet. All right. Here's the thing. Like Charles Barkley, you just need to stop hating. You and Shaq. Like y'all really turned into some get off my lawn type of dudes. And the shit is getting annoying.
Mm-hmm.
It's like y'all just it seems like y'all just find shit to complain about. Like how Shaq Zion had a triple double. Oh, I need more. What do you mean you need more? He had 22 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists in a win. Talking about I need more if you're the franchise player. What are you talking about? Charles, that's funny. So is John. But yeah, John is a talker hater. But it's like this, dog. Huh? Hey, John, relax.
Hold on, dog. Wait a minute, that's all right. How you gonna say that? How you gonna say that, dog? Hold up. I am not. That's just blasphemy, Nick. Apologize.
Blasphemy. Crazy.
Come on, dude. I'm a tortoise.
He said
I love the tortoise.
He said blasphemy. It's crazy.
Yo, I did not say that. You
he said what? Yo, that's a wild statement. But
it's a wild story right here. I don't know what's he talking about. Go ahead, Nick.
But yeah, Chuck, you need to just chill, dog. Like Mark said earlier, you with this, it's like you once you get to talking, it's just like the first thing pop in your head, you just go ahead and say it. A dude like you said, they used to fuck with you, Michael Jordan. Stop fucking with you behind you, running your mouth. Eventually, dog, you got to realize that you got to, and so not everything needs one of these type of crazy comments from you. And it's like, dog, if somebody's hurt, they're hurt. Like, what can you do about that? You just don't like LeBron. You don't like the Lakers. You didn't like the Lakers before LeBron was up over there. You definitely don't like the Lakers now that he's there. So it's like every time I hear him talk about the Lakers or LeBron, I just don't pay him no attention. It's like, man, it's no 9 times out of 10, it's no logical reasoning behind it. And it's like you said, dog, why would he miss in March? Why would he miss a game in March? The playoffs is like next month.
It's like Charles Barkley is, and I'm about to get killed for this because y'all know I got Jordan as the GOAT. But Charles Barkley is one of them Jordan.
Yes.
Them air sexuals.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
That get nervous every time Brian get brought up.
Mm-hmm. They do the same thing to Kobe. I remember that shit vividly. I know you remember that shit, John.
All right. I lived it. I live it every day. I lived it pre-Sports4U, post-Sports4U. All right, we're gonna put a nail in the coffin on this whole Stephen A. Brown thing. Stephen A. did the Browns. He was on Fox News. He was on Gil's Arena and this and that.
He did a world tour.
I heard what D-Wade. I heard what D-Wade and Melo said. I'm just tired of the story. I ain't got nothing more to say about it, man. I'm done. I'm focused. I'm in March. We're getting ready for March Madness. We're getting ready for the playoffs. I don't care. Dude stood up for his son. Stand up for his son. I do say this. I'm not playing the whole D-Wade. I'm not gonna play the clip from D-Wade and Melo from 7 p.m. on the bro. It's a 3.5-minute clip.
I listened to that yesterday.
But I personally think if y'all want to hear a full breakdown of this whole situation, go listen to that. Matter of fact, go listen to the whole clip. It's on you. It's a 10-minute clip on YouTube. But there's a 3-minute clip on Twitter that pretty much summed it up for you. They let you know the whole deal. Nobody knows Bron better than those two men right there. And I want to say this: I commend D-Wade and Melo for being as candid as they were, because they did say Bron brought some unnecessary pressure to Bronny with that tweet.
They did say that,
and they did tell.
But see, my bad, John. Good. What they did, what John is talking about is they held Bron accountable for the part he played in.
Right.
Which is dope. You know, your homies is supposed to do that shit, right?
That's right.
But it's also how you critique players, and what Stephen A. Smith was doing. It wasn't basketball, dog. That wasn't basketball. And the fact that Stephen A. Smith keep his kids and shit private, but he has the nerve to speak on somebody else as a parent. No, you a hoe for that, nigga.
Nick, you got anything to say? After this, we're done talking about it.
Oh no, he on my phone now, man. No, we not.
I'm
nigga, pussy on the period.
I'm with Mark because I'm first and foremost, like, now you doing the extras now. Because it's like, dog, now you address the situation on ESPN, right? All right, cool. Now you on these other podcasts talking about this shit a whole different light than you were when you set it up on there. And like you talking like you basically talking like nigga like LeBron, I'll whoop your ass. Like if shit start getting too crazy. Like you acting like a tough guy. And I'm like, dog, like why are you doing this? Like not like that. If LeBron really wanted to, he could whoop your ass, dog. But there's no point in him doing it. He'll lose too much by even doing that. So he addressed you man to man about a situation. And this is the second time he's actually addressed you about stuff like that. And the first time he did it, you went straight to the public and brought it up for no apparent reason. You could have kept that shit to yourself. Then, like I just said on Tuesday, then now that he addressed you in public, because these are your words. Look, his words were, if I said something in public, I'm going to handle the situation in public. Now, he addressed the situation that you did in public, but with just between y'all, and not between y'all, but the public can see. And now you saying, oh, you could have just called me. Like, come on, bro. Like, the last time he called you, you put shit out there and you spun a narrative with it. Like, his people, like, they tried to contact you before and do the exact thing that you said LeBron could have did this time. They did the first time and the shit didn't work. So guess what, my nigga? I did this shit the right way the first time and the shit didn't work, so now I gotta do it my way. That's how you address situations. And this isn't the first time Stephen A. Smith has done shit like this beforehand. Yep. He takes shit personal. They ain't the first time. Go ahead, John.
My last thing and I'm done. And it's a question, and I'm asking in a question to Rich Paul. Why would you come out and say if Bron would have just called Stephen A. would have flew to LA?
Rich Paul came out and said that. Stephen A. said that.
Stephen A. shut it.
I don't give a fuck.
Gil confirmed it though.
I need to hear Rich Paul say it. I don't give a fuck what Stephen A. Smith said.
Gil confirmed it.
Whatever Stephen A. Smith said, I don't care about that.
But Gil confirmed it. If it was just Stephen A. saying it, I'm with you. But Gil confirmed it.
It was a three-way call?
No, Gil said it right there. He pretty much confirmed it right there on Gil's phone.
That's crazy. That's a nasty three-way.
No, Gil sick freak.
Dog, I don't give a fuck with nothing Screaming A. Smith was saying. that nigga is a hoe. I'm just telling you, dog. I don't like that shit. How you moving at all? I don't like that shit at all.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this will be the last episode when you hear this topic, because I'm tired of it. So if anybody in the comments bring it up, just know I'm just going to ignore you.
Yeah, we not this. I'm with John. This is the last episode
because I'm tired of it.
But yeah, Stephen's so different on that man.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes me get to where we're going right now. It is time because it's going to be a very. I'm going to be careful when my word is. This is going to be a very lengthy, extended version of calling out names.
Nigga, you didn't even say the second word.
Yeah, dog, you added on to it, dog.
Yeah, that nigga double down.
I'm gonna go stick with LeBron hate, but I'm gonna let that breathe for a minute. I gotta talk. My first calling out names is two people in one, but it's owners. Case number one, Patrick Dumont, owner of
Just going through your mind, how did you frame a decision of such magnitude like this?
So, tough decisions are never easy. And part of leadership is looking at risk and looking at all the factors of a decision and being willing to act at that time and look to the long term and not only think about the short term or how it may be received immediately, but to think about the long-term benefits and what it may allow you to achieve if given all the right considerations. And I think for us, going into the trade deadline last year, we were not competitive. If you recall, we were not a playoff-bound team. And we were able to do some things to reconstruct the roster and enable the team to become very competitive. And after the trade deadline last year, we actually had the best record in basketball, which was a big accomplishment. And we got to the championship games, and we didn't win. And so we had to decide, how do we get better? What can we do to improve our team? And so we looked at our trajectory during the season and realized that we did not get better. But the teams that we competed against, some of which we beat, did get better. And ultimately, when you look at the Eastern Conference, after we were to get through the Western Conference, if we're so fortunate, you would have to beat some very formidable teams, including one that we lost to, which actually got better. So this was a decision about the future. If you look at our roster today and who we have, we feel like we position ourselves to be incredibly competitive against the best teams in the NBA. And if you're a fan of basketball, I'll just throw that out there, you have Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, PJ Washington, Anthony Davis, and either Daniel Gafford or Derek Lively as your starting five. That's going to put fear into a lot of teams in the league if we can get going.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Right? And so the objective was, how do we create a roster for the future that allows us to be the most competitive team? I've said it all along. I don't know if you heard what I said when we actually bought the team from Mark, but we want to win championships. We want to be a winning franchise for the city of Dallas, and we want to be one of character, one of community involvement, and one where we sort of carry on the legacy of the Dallas Mavericks in the right way.
This is why owners are never supposed to talk. Let me get this straight. You do this conference, and you talking about Kyrie, Anthony Davis, all these players who are injured and not playing right now, and you say that people are going to fear y'all? Oh, and you're building a team from the future with two stars in their early 30s who are both injury prone. When you had a 25-year-old superstar. And you said, oh, it had nothing to do with the Supermax. Give me three max players and I'll sign the three max contracts. That's crap. Any y'all want to chime in on this?
No, John, you smoking this shit.
He's older, man.
I honestly haven't heard owners say something that stupid in the NBA, at least, in a long time. And I've heard some owners say some stupid stuff. How can you say that you're trying to? You say you're trying to build for the future. Okay, that's cool.
Yes.
How much better? How much of a better player can you get for a guy who's 25 years old and has been to five first team All NBAs already in his career? How much better of a player can you get than that? You ain't gonna get that many players in the league better than that.
He was at like one of those.
And
he was at some business conference.
yeah, that was stupid. And then you're like,
but
the play, like you said, the players you name, like if they were healthy, yes, that team looks like a very good team because we saw how it would look for like about 3/4. But it's like this. At some point, dog, you got to just keep quiet because the trade has been made already. There is nothing that you can say that's going to justify what happened. Nothing. No matter if you say, because if you say, you can't say that it's for the betterment of the team because you didn't, because in the long run you did not get better. Like you said, John, your two best players, you went from having a guy who's 25 years old who hadn't even hit his prime yet, has already been to 5 first team All NBAs, is already a Hall of Famer already. He can retire right now, he's in the Hall of Fame. And you have two guys now, injury prone, who are hovering 32, 33 years old. Not talk shit about that age. That's my age group. But in the NBA, that's almost, you're getting close to over the hill. That's usually where you at the peak of your prime, and then that's when you start to decline. You got like another year or two, and then you just start declining. That's usually around that age. So, and for you to have two guys who miss time consistently, especially at this age, and you're trying to say that you're looking out for your future when you had a future, especially y'all they're talking like they didn't just go to the finals last year. Like that's the most crazy part about it.
Finals like a couple years ago.
Exactly. Western Conference Finals a couple years ago. Finals last year. That's stupid. This is dumb.
But he wasn't the only dumb owner that said something. Can I give you
Lord,
who he traded his superstar to? Here
no, not Jeannie.
My owner, the person I share a birthday with, Jeannie Buss. This is part one of what she said. By the way, pause and calling out name. I should put Julian Edelman and Bronco calling their names. A podcast called Dudes on Dudes is wild.
What the fuck did you just say?
Their podcast is called Dudes on Dudes.
Who's?
Julian Edelman and Gronk. Don't tell me if I see Dudes on my TV, I'm walking out the room.
If you Google Dudes on Dudes, some crazy shit is gonna pop up.
Exactly.
And it's gonna be that podcast.
It won't.
That's why they was throwing dildos at him in both. Never mind.
Here's Jeannie Buss. And she's still talking about the Luka AD trade.
A one-sided deal is eventually going to either fall apart or come back and haunt you. It's just not the way to do business.
That was a fair trade with the Luka thing, I guess. I mean, it had to go there, Jeannie. You guys just got the best damn player at like 21 years old.
Look what we had to give up, though. Do you know how hard that was? We were not looking to trade Anthony Davis. Yeah. Dallas contacted us. It was a deal that both sides wanted to make.
That's like the biggest trade I've ever seen in all of sport.
I didn't anticipate the global impact it would have. I mean, I knew it was going to be a big story in the NBA, but he really is a global superstar.
How big is this move going forward?
It's going to be a lot of fun. Our fans are already
ecstatic.
And I love that he wears 77 because we've never had, like, if he was wearing 24, it's like, sorry, you can't wear 24. Yeah. It's retired. But 77, we've never had a 77.
He's got his own.
All right, man. Jeannie Marie Buss, please stop talking about this trade. And then saying both teams, you weren't looking to trade Anthony Davis at first. Luka pretty much fell in y'all lap in the middle of the night. So stop it. But that's not even the craziest thing she said on this podcast.
Oh shit, they down 3.
Yep.
Got the fourth quarter. Nick, Mark, specifically you, Nick. What has been your biggest criticism of Rob Pelinka in the last 5 years?
Rob Pelinka, he can't build he can't build a team. He doesn't keep a team together.
Last part.
Can't keep a team together.
Can't keep a team together.
That you was referring to, Nick?
2020.
Y'all championship team, the bubble team.
Ding, ding, ding.
What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of this team?
When a team wins a championship, they should have the right to defend their championship. And we didn't do that. And I regret that. One of the players on the list, Markieff Morris, just rejoined the team in the trade for Luka. I told him, I said, I'm really sorry that we didn't get a chance for you to defend that championship. I'm really glad you're here. You know, obviously didn't win a championship the following year.
But that's still like the year you guys had going into this. It's like storybook ending stuff.
LA needed that.
LA needed it.
LA was heartbroken over the loss of Kobe. And, you know, there was one play that AD won a game in the Denver series. He hit a shot at the buzzer and he screamed Kobe's name.
Yeah.
And everybody heard it because there was no fans, but everybody could hear it. The microphone picked it up and it's how we all felt. This was for Kobe.
John, can I say this?
Yes.
Jeannie Buss, I'm gonna be honest with you. You have honestly been blessed throughout your tenure with the Lakers so far because you have not been that great of an owner. I'm going to just keep it real. You got blessed by LeBron wanting to be up over there. No.
You're the owner. If you want to, hold on. Go ahead, Nick. I'll respond to that in a minute.
This is the purpose of why we're saying this. We're saying this because at the end of the day, you're the owner, and it's not just this decision. It falls into the history of her basically letting other people do her job. Like it falls into that realm of why are you listening to Linda Rambis for football? For basketball decisions. Like why are you doing that? It might be. Like, why are you? Why? Look, I understand that if you want to just be the owner and let everybody else do their job, I understand that. But it has to get to a point where you got to understand that at times she didn't have the right people in line, and she has to realize that certain things are just better kept not being said. That right there was one of the things she could have kept to herself because it makes it seem like you just let Rob Pelinka do what he want to do. And at the end of the day, as an owner of the team, like I'll give you a prime example. You know, people gonna be hating, but I'll bring my team up. But with the Clippers, what Steve Ballmer does is this: he lets Lawrence Frank do his job, right? But at the end of the day, this nigga has the final decision on everything. On everything. There has been things that he did not like, and there was things that he knew that had to be done that he may not have liked. Like what? But the thing is, you would never know because he doesn't talk about it. Like I don't understand the whole purpose of as the owner, like you going out there and the stuff that you're saying, it puts more pressure and unnecessary the deterrent upon your GM.
Yeah.
Because now it seems as if y'all not on the same page. That's the type of picture it paints to the public. Like you want things done one way and he wants things done this way. And it's like you deferring like, oh, I didn't want to make a trade, but Rob, Rob thought it was a good idea, type of thing. Like, no, like why would you say that afterwards? It's you got to look out. Y'all got to look out for each other when y'all at this when y'all at right here at the top of the team, and that works for both. That works both ways. If Rob Palinka's out there talking, you don't throw your owner under the bus, and if you're an owner, don't throw your GM under the bus. Even if the decision is wrong, so fucking what? Keep it to yourself. And especially with Jeannie, because like I said, it falls into a narrative of Jeannie not knowing what she's doing.
That's right. That's where I'm going. Like, let me be clear. And she just pretty much said it. People already have this notion that Bron has a say in everything that happens. So you regret bringing you. If you and Tig, I see you saying you want to bring it up with her dad. How her dad was like. Her dad said, "Let the people you put in place do their job. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't." I don't remember Jerry West not bringing back a championship team. I don't remember Mitch Kupchak not bringing back a championship team.
Mm-hmm.
Rob's the only one that did it.
He gutted the team. It was a bad move.
We made tweaks here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Gutted a team that was going back to back. Ever. And for her to say that now, it's like, come on, man. Even when you said it on Dwight's podcast, you wish he didn't. I'm like, you're pandering now. What are you doing?
You beating a dead horse.
Later. What you need, dog?
I agree with you. At this point, like we gotta stop. You gotta stop bringing it up. We know how you feel publicly. We know how you quote unquote feel when you get on the interviews. Who's if that's rolling out, but every interview you go to, you don't have to keep bringing it up, dog. I mean, if somebody asks you about it, you can say, "Yo, respectfully, I was 5 years ago. We in a championship run right now." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole different thing, dog. There's different ways we can do it.
And she owned up to it, but I mean, no, you regret it now because you saw the results. We haven't been back to the final since. The next year we was out in the first round. We was out in the first round because AD got hurt. No. Bron was hurt.
I was out. Yeah,
Bron was hurt too. Bron was still barely thinking back.
One are there now. Sometimes shit works.
But this is where Rob got in his own way.
Do y'all think that Rob gets to do what he wants to because of who he was?
Yes. That's the reason he got the job.
And do you think that falls on Jenny?
Yes. She cut the checks. She made the hire.
She's on her press run. She gonna get the same. Hey, Tig, dog, she been in the media for 40 years now.
She knows what's going on.
Question. I'm pretty sure she's she knows. She's not green no more. She's a veteran at this. I don't give a fuck what she's on press run for.
And speaking of the press, my final call out names is another noted LeBron hater, and that is Rick Bucher. This is what Rick Bucher said the other day on Speak about what it takes to be a Laker legend.
Paul, as a dude from Inglewood, as a lifelong Lakers fan, the fact that you are setting the bar so low to be a Laker all-time great, come on, man.
I'm just saying.
It's got to be to just the entry fee.
What's the entry
fee? 10 years of service.
Now he'll get that.
And at least 3 championships.
Well, the 10 years of service.
So what are you saying? So all right, let me ask you.
Right. And he's 26 years old.
So
Exactly.
Is LeBron
That's
an all-time Laker great?
What's that?
Is LeBron an all-time Laker?
No.
No.
No. Are you kidding me?
No,
For what?
Now, Paul, I love LBJ.
So
Like
LeBron is not an all-time Laker.
He's an all-great, but he's an all-time great, but he's not an all-time Laker great.
Laker great.
He's got one title.
Man,
All-time Laker.
He passed Kareem
That's
in a Laker
cool.
uniform.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
No. That's
broke
what he's
50,000
done
in
a bunch of
Laker
things in a Laker uniform, but he didn't do them in a Laker uniform.
I'm kind of with you on that one, Paul.
I'm just saying,
I'm with you on
he's won a championship
I
in a
am.
Laker uniform.
I understand that, Paul.
Okay. Hey, is LeBron going to have a statue outside the stadium?
Hell no.
You don't think LeBron will have a statue?
What you mean?
Outside of state or whatever you want to
look like you gotta think about it.
Wait.
I got this. And y'all both got this. Let me lead off. Let the Laker fan lead off first. Rick Bucher, you are the dumbest dude in the world, dog. First of all, 10 years of service? This isn't 10 years of service? I'm sorry. You know why? You're wrong. 3 championships? You're wrong. And you know who pretty much proved he was wrong? My guy, O'Shea Jackson Jr. This is a tweet from Exhibit A for one O'Shea Jackson Jr. Someone tell Jerry West family, Wilt Chamberlain family, Dale Goodrich, Paul Gasol, Elgin Baylor family, Bob McAdoo, and Jamal Wilkes that Rick Bucher said they're not Laker greats. Oh, by the way, Rick, Shaq ain't played 10 years, but he got 3 rings. He played 8 years with the Lakers. He got 3 rings. But Wilt only got 1. Jerry West only got 1. Dale Goodrich only got 1. Paul Gasol got 2. Don't tell me LeBron ain't no Laker. Come on, dude. You want to tell you everything LeBron James has done in his 8 years, in his 7 years since he's been a Laker? All NBA every year, All-Star every year, Finals MVP. The only thing which means he won a championship. The only thing he hasn't done was win an MVP, and they gave it to Giannis. I ain't got nothing else to say. The same Rick Bucher who said Kobe would never wear another Laker uniform. You got Paul Pierce, his biggest enemy. And let me say this for Keyshawn. He's not the Kobe guy. We already know that. Keyshawn Gonzalez is from here. So he has to have something to say. By the way, Speak, this is what happens when you let George Taylor go off for 1 week. You let this type of crap go in your ear.
No, this is why when you let Keyshawn Johnson talk basketball. Keyshawn Johnson is the same. Bronny for isn't Keyshawn Johnson the same dude who said LeBron don't have no highlight to him dunking on people?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
He was talking to
yes.
Did he not say that way?
So this is what happened when you let Keyshawn Johnson and Keyshawn Johnson from the city. Keyshawn Johnson.
All them dudes are from the city.
You know, he great football player, SC great. But dog, just I hate the shut up and dribble type shit. But just stick to football, please. Please, just stick to football.
Nick?
See, here's the thing. Like, if you're going to say that, at least about LeBron not being a Laker great, I'm all for hearing the reason why. You feel me? Because I understand both sides of the argument. But for you to say he lost the moment he said, first and foremost, the 10 years of service, that was dumb. Then the 3 championships, dumb. Like you named all those Laker greats who did not win. I mean, who didn't win 3. The fucking logo only won 1. The logo only has 1 ring.
Will Chamberlain
the
won.
logo.
Goodrich won. Paul Gasol 2. Elgin Baylor has 0. Bob McAdoo
John.
1. Jamal Wilkes 1. Come on, man.
John.
Jerry West.
You ain't gotta say just say the logo. The nigga who's the logo. And you talk about niggas who ain't great. And he is the logo.
1 ring.
Dog. The nigga said Paul Gasol's not a Laker great. Here's my thing. As much shit as I talk about Paul Gasol, that nigga is the Lakers' best power forward of all time that's not named Anthony Davis. Before Anthony Davis was there, Paul Gasol was the best power forward in Lakers history. I say what I want about him. The nigga did get y'all 2 rings. Help get y'all 2 rings. The nigga should have won a Finals MVP, but people ain't gonna. We'll talk about that on a different
You
day.
do not get those back-to-back rings without tenure.
Nah, y'all don't. So it's like, come on, man. Like it's.
Come on, man. Because Powell was only with us for 6 years, only got 2 rings. Shaq was with us. Come on, man. You basically said
that
wasn't the. By the way, another argument was Barkley telling Shaq you're the third best. Shaq got mad because Barkley called him the third best center in Lakers history.
Well,
is Barkley wrong?
No.
Is Barkley wrong?
He's not
What are you
wrong.
talking about, Shaq? Because you got more rings.
He's not.
Because you got more rings.
No.
Will, dog. Come on, man.
Hey, that nigga is the third best center in Lakers history.
Yeah. I'm done. Go ahead, Mark. It's your turn. Go ahead, finish your Stephen A. take, man.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah. Well, O'Shea Jackson, when Lil Ice Cube tweeted was absolutely correct, dog. We calling all these Laker greats not Laker greats because of your bum ass theory. Stephen A. Smith. He said he had a problem because LeBron could have did it a different way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do we never recall on his podcast when he said when LeBron people reached out to him?
Yeah.
And he called LeBron soft and sensitive for that?
Yep.
And so now
that he did.
Because you called him sensitive, when he saw you, he approached you like a man. It wasn't he approached you to fight you.
Mm-mm.
He didn't approach you to threaten you.
Nope.
He approached you as a father and said, "Yo, whatever he had to say, he said it."
That's right.
But now you on this press run like you selling a book or something, to kind of twist the narrative on that. Fam, that is complete whole shit, and you being from that's not cool, dog. Like you knew what that was, man. You can't throw rocks and then play victim when motherfuckers hit you back. You can't do that, though. That's Karen shit, nigga. That's really shit. And now let's go. This is not the first time that Stephen A. Smith had to talk to a player or a dad. He had to talk to Kyrie dad. He has a tendency with this, nigga. Like this is crazy. Kenyon Martin, how he had to approach it because how you was talking about him. Dog, at some point you have to stop. And I'm all for you getting $100 million, you the man, and whatever you're doing. I don't really watch First Take. Y'all know how I feel about that shit. This only feeds into the narrative that he's more of Jason Whitlock than a nigga.
Hey, Mark.
Another thing about
you forgot about somebody.
Remember how? Oh, cool.
You remember he fell out with Allen Iverson too while he was over there reporting in Philly.
Yep.
He had a fallout with Iverson because he announced some shit from Iverson camp they weren't supposed to be talking about.
Yep.
The trade, the T-Mac trade.
Yep. I wasn't supposed to hit the waves, and that nigga brought it up.
Another thing about Rick Bucher. I said the other day how Jason Whitlock claims LeBron proposed Stephen A. because he don't have a daddy. I saw a back when they were doing PSL.
What a fucking idiot!
Basically, it was Rick Bucher basically calling LeBron a bad father because he was in. Remember that video that went viral a few summers ago when LeBron was at Bronny and Bryce's AAU game and he was in the layup line?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God!
They're taking out the kids.
Man,
y'all dudes, y'all killed me. Where's so I was one who made it, and Rick Bucher just co-signed it.
Hey, listen.
And Marcellus sat there and just said, "Man,
Hey, listen. If I was Bronny's teammate and LeBron James came out in the layup line with us,
I'm going crazy.
nigga. I'm telling my mom take pictures now.
I'm like, I thought you were
man. Yes, nigga. That's not taking away from the team. What are you talking about?
Dog, you know how ridiculous that was?
Who probably never in the uniform ever.
Idiot.
Mark,
The same dude that said Kobe would never wear another Lakers jersey. No,
Mark,
idiot.
That situation is so dumb. You know it's bad when Skip Bayless defended LeBron when that happened.
Yep.
You know it's bad. You know it's stupid when Skip Bayless defends LeBron.
She said, "Now was it the way he criticized his son?" No,
it just seemed personal.
It was personal, and
it was personal.
Him what he's not as a father. You can't criticize. No, all that shit is just bad. Even when Stephen A. Smith said, "I'm talking about Brian," but then you start criticizing him as a father, you're still talking about his son.
Breaking news: the Chargers signed Mekhi Becton.
Who the fuck is that?
The lineman.
The lineman.
Oh, the nigga from the Philly?
Yeah. It was with the Jets, and he was a free agent. He just signed with the Chargers.
Oh, he got to be sorry over there. That nigga for sure was only good because he was with Philly.
All right, Nate, who you calling out names?
Do I have somebody for calling out names? I think my calling out names got covered. Do I have somebody? Actually, I do. My fellow, no, not this week. He'll say something stupid eventually.
Go ahead.
My fellow Raider fans, I need for y'all to relax. Look, I know this has been a long time that the Raiders have had like some stability from the coach up to ownership. So I understand the doubt, but we need to chill. You know, we're not going to sign every big free agent just because we need that person on our team. That's not how this is not Madden. That's not how it works. Just because you throw money at people does not mean that they're going to sign. And just because you think that we need this guy on our team does not mean that the coach thinks we need this guy on our team. If you look at all the players that have gone over there to the Raiders, all of these guys are blue chip guys. These are Pete Carroll type of players. So these are a bunch of guys who can play hard-nosed football, and a bunch of guys that you can have on your team that can help bridge you to the next stars that you have on your team. It's the same exact thing he did when he first went to Seattle. He had some guys over there, and then the next year he's like, okay, these are the guys that can go up over here to bridge to the guys that we need that we're going to eventually get. Just trust the process. John Spytek is a good GM. He is known as a very good person in the draft. We're in a good position in the draft to get somebody good. We don't have to look. We don't have to. We don't have to go and overcompensate to get a quarterback because we have a guy who plays solid enough that can at least get us in position to get to the playoffs. He knows how to play the tough division already. He played in the tough division for the past 2 years. Has he won a playoff game yet? No. But we had another quarterback that didn't win us a playoff game either, but he couldn't get us nowhere. Just trust the process. Let's see what happens after the draft. Because I honestly think that's where the fun will be for the Raiders is when the draft starts. I think they'll get some pretty good players in the draft. Just trust the process. We won, 4 or 5 games last year? Let's just chill. Let's try to win. Let's try to win 8 games when we try to win a Super Bowl. Let's try to win 9 games. Let's go above 500. Let's just chill. Baby steps. You feel me? Not everybody can go from 0 to hero. Sometimes you got to go from 0 to 20 to 75 to 100. You feel me?
Right.
Let's everybody chill.
And ladies and gentlemen, that has been an award-winning edition of Calling Out Names. All right.
The Lakers are up. Oh, no, they're down. They're down right now. Hold on.
Lakers are they're down one. 3:22 left.
Lakers are, even if
this game was being this close.
I wish we would have beat Milwaukee last night, but it's all good. But it's all good. We got
he gained weight.
Cool.
Now he's here.
To me, like he out of shape. To me, like he was out of shape.
Yeah.
The nigga's already slow. So look, Sonny's pops is a Steelers fan. He hated Najee Harris. He hates Najee Harris. Everything okay?
Yeah. We gonna get here, right? We gonna get up out.
Oh, wait. Shout out to the Sparks who.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Who was allowing these perverted male basketball players to go
open tryout
to practice with them
tomorrow at El Camino College. If you're in the LA area, El Camino College, the Spark. You go on the Sparks Twitter or their website. They're having an open tryout for males to try out against the Sparks at El Camino College in the city of Torrance, place me and Mark are very familiar with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is Rakeem gonna be there?
Yep.
She is.
I think so.
By the way, Austin Reeves got 34 and 12. 35 now.
Who I would like to see try out is
Johnny's got that blue jersey.
Since you got a lot to say about Bronny. Rick Bucher. Skip Bayless. Who else? And I want to see y'all who's trying to kill these NBA players. I want to see y'all go out there and try to work out. Go do it.
Oh, the Angel Reese haters.
Tim Bontemps. Why don't you go try it? You always got something negative to say about
Big Tim.
Say about the Lakers. Wow, that's white on white crime. Oh. Yo, relax. Yo, Nick, relax. All right, we're gonna get up out of here. So Tuesday. Oh, I hate Nick, man.
Baby Kawhi.
Okay. All right, we're gonna get out of here.
Hey, my nigga Charles out there talking basketball at 5 years old.
I hate it.
Everybody here doing prayer.
Hey man, I got stories about that. All right, we're gonna get up out of here before these dudes get us canceled. I hate Nick. I hate Mark. I hate you too, Tig. See y'all Tuesday. Enjoy the weekend.
By the way, my bad, John. Sorry. Program alert. Tuesday is gonna be our last show
for the week.
Me and John will be in Vegas.
I know. You already know.
John, we can talk about it, but on Friday.
That's what John was doing in that gift.
Get out. Get out.
Hey, maybe we can maybe go live for a little bit. We can hit Nick up and see what time is coordinated with him.
Right.
We can go live for maybe 20, 25 minutes.
Vegas. I'm trying to hit these parlays, B. Trying to hit these parlays. You know what I'm saying?
Why rubbing his hands together? Like
Pause, B. Relax. I gotta hit these parlays. That's what I'm saying. Trying to hit these parlays.
Ain't that what they call cool?
All right. We'll see y'all on Tuesday. This has been another iconic episode of Sports4U, episode 371. I'm John. That's Mark. That's Nick Freeze.
She said down with the brown.
Hey, I got a question for y'all.
Yo,
John, I got a question. How did Pinocchio know he wasn't? How did Pinocchio know he wasn't a real boy?
Oh boy, how?
His right hand caught on fire.
Bye, Nick.